So I'm once again here with Zach, which means we're going to review something really stupid. And this time it happens to be anime. Demon City Shinjuku. Shinjuku? Shinjuku from 1987. It begins with two guys fighting with giant swords Highlander style on top of a... The guy who's clearly the good guy keeps losing limbs one by one.
Monty Python style.
Yeah. I can still fight! You are clearly dead. No, I'm not!
It's only a flesh wound.
Huh?
Destiny is still a decade into the future, but until it comes, the world shall be in chaos. I shall create hell on earth. 10 years from now, we shall meet again.
We find out 10 years later that Rebi Ra won that fight and opened a portal to hell. And he keeps killing people to feed their energy to demons. Only two people can save the world. The president's daughter and the son of the guy who failed the first time. Even though he's completely incapable of fighting against an aluminum can.
Yep, utterly incompetent. Next, in the movie, the protagonist is visited by a floating spirit of an old man who is actually protecting the president who gets kidnapped. And the old man proceeds to tell him a story about how the main villain killed the protagonist's father, and that the protagonist is the only one even capable of saving the world, even though both him and the spirit of the old man visiting him don't believe he can do it.
Yeah, they're both like, I just lost to an aluminum can in a fight. I don't think I can beat the most powerful psychic in the world. Like, well, you have to anyways.
Would you dare face an enemy much stronger than you are?
We won't know if he's stronger until I face him.
No, I can predict the outcome of your battle now.
Thanks for the pep talk, old man. This ain't no way to recruit an ally for yourself.
The president's daughter confronts our hero and convinces him he has to be the one. And he's like, no, I'm not the one. So she goes on her own to track down Rebi Ra. But on her way, she gets attacked by some thug dudes that try to rape her.
Yep, and that's when our hero shows up and saves the day. When he thinks he can't.
After the battle, unknown to our hero, the bad guy gets sucked into this fucking black portal thing that we find out later is sacrificing his energy to the demons.
A demon comes up from a portal with a mouth in its stomach with huge giant teeth, and it's a spider arachnid humanoid-ish creature, and he tries to fight it and they run, and then the little Mexican dude pops up out of a sewer hole underneath the car.
Huh?
You'll find its way down here pretty fucking quick, so move it!
The demon chases them through the subway under the manhole cover, and they beat him in a mix of stick energy from this magical stick our hero is carrying around, a grenade in the third rail of the railroad tracks. rest of the battles are just him going, I'm going to beat you, and he just stabs him, and that's the whole battle. It's the only drawn-out battle of the 3 demons he's supposed to fight. After their victorious battle against the mouth demon, they sleep in the same bed.
It's got a nice weird looking light at the headboard, and it's an interesting shaped bed, so
It looks like a honeymoon suite bed.
Yeah.
What exactly do you think Rebi Ra is planning to do?
There's only a few more days till he opens the door that leads to the world of monsters. Then the demons will come. When it's open, they can enter our world, and it is Rebi Ra's task to make it easier for them.
And meanwhile, Chubby, our little Mexican dude, is having a nightmare that makes him piss the bed, and somehow, him peeing the bed summons a water demon for our second battle. Then we meet our only good character in the entire movie, Mephisto. Mephisto wears all red, has like black Sephiroth looking hair, and he's pretty badass.
Well, think a little. Men have always fought each other, always created chaos. That's familiar and safe. They know where they are in those circumstances. But to hazard a step into the unknown and love one another is far too risky for them.
And he fights a tentacle demon. We get to see a boob. There's a boob in the movie.
I think the character was a succubus.
Yeah.
They go into a park that's initially from the outside, it looks like it's inside some sort of a dome or a building. And so they meet this young little girl who actually turns out to be a fire demon who was possessed because her soul was still stuck there. And that was probably the most interesting part of the whole film.
Fire demons who roam forgotten corners of the monster city as lost helpless kids. They take revenge for their cruel fate by sucking the life force out of any creature, human or animal, crossing their path.
So all that's really there is her soul, looking for rest to end her wandering, but she can't find it. You feel so much anger. I'm not surprised you can't find any rest. Ah! Please stop. No more. You've hurt me enough. Ah! Don't you see what you're doing won't help? It'll make things worse. I'm really trying to help, but you have to give me a chance.
Music added to it just made it it was different. It was what would have, if it was like that through the whole movie, it would have been a badass movie, I think.
Overall, it was an enjoyable enough movie, and it had like a series of events building up this guy's like belief in himself and harnessing his father's chi of the universe, they call it. And it ends up being interesting, but there wasn't a lot of fighting. For a movie that tells you you have to defeat 3 demons on your way to this final battle, there weren't any battles.
No. And the last one was literally a pep talk from his father. He gets endowed with power, and then one-shots the end. Yeah, Mephisto was by far the most interesting character.
You never really do get grasp on him of why he's helping who and who he's actually helping.
You have no idea until the end. You figure out he might be good, but you still don't know.
Yeah, he's an interesting guy.
The scene in the park with the girl is...
Yeah, it's beautiful and well done, and like there's some actual emotion in it. And it's actually a really interesting little section of the film.
The only con I really have, and everything else is debatable for the viewer to experience if they choose to watch it, is, for me anyways, the last battle wasn't a battle. It was anticlimactic. It just didn't really
Yeah, the
I
guy just
understand the
stands there. It's like,
story.
you can't defeat me. Yes, I can. Boom, defeats him.
We understand the story that he got power, but it didn't really show an exercise of that immense power prior to him even fighting the guy. It was just like, bam, he picked his sword up, he got all this power. You don't get to see
Yeah,
it.
and at least have 2 attacks, not just, boom, I'm gonna win, go up and win. It didn't make a lot of sense. Okay, thank you for watching, and as always, shall try to do better next time. In about 2 years when I review another anime, you'll see this guy again.
He's mine, so I suggest you leave him alone.
I only want a little game with him, to fuck him.
I don't think he's your type.
Isn't he? And who is my type?
It could be that I'm more your style.
Come on then.